Morning, guys. Todd here with RC Ohio. Guess I want to start off by Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. Hope everybody's all set, and hope everybody's going to have a good Christmas with their families. Obviously, we're going through our second year with this bullshit sickness, and I'm not trying to downplay it by calling it bullshit. It's facts, it's true. Just calling it bullshit because it sucks. So, enough with the down talk though. I'm making this video because, as many of you may know, and maybe a bunch of you don't, I had a fire with my xlx2 in my TLR 5B. I am not at all pointing the finger at Castle or myself. They did tell me that it was it was my fault, or possibly my fault. I'm not 100% on that. The car comes in right around 30 pounds, and my gearing was 2158. It ran great for probably 5 or 6 runs collectively over the course of time. Maybe I did overamp it. I really don't know. It may be a condition that happened. It may have weakened. I blew C phase on the speed controller. I am not pointing fingers at Castle or myself. What I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna err on the safe side. They clearly know more than I do about gearing and amping and stuff like that. So I'm gonna back off on my gearing. I do want to say that they were fantastic. Their customer service was great. I spoke with Linda and Joe multiple times. Even though they are saying that it was my fault, they were willing to cover it. I did not end up having to pay a penny, other than the initial shipping to ship it in, and I do understand that, because how are they to know if it's something that I did to it, or if it's their fault? But if it's something abuse related or whatever, and I want to send it in, and it's my fault, why should they pay for shipping? So that said, they were very good to me. They did warn me though to back off on my gearing. They said if I did overgear it or overamp it again, they would not cover it a second time. I understand that, and I do appreciate the fact that they did cover what they did cover. They kindly tested my motor as well. My motor survived just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Very pleasant people to talk with on the phone. Joe is very knowledgeable. They worked on getting new ESC out to me as quickly as possible. I had shipped my old one with my connectors on it, just because I wanted them to see what I was using for connectors and how well my solder job was done. They were kind enough to cut my connectors off. They're kind of expensive, and send them back. So now it's time to just put power to this thing on the bench, as G-Man Gorley from Steel City RC had recommended for me to do before I even installed in the car, just to make sure all is well. I'm going to get a receiver tied into this thing and get some batteries hooked up, and before I do that, I'm going to show you guys what batteries I'm running and at what voltage they are at this point, per cell. They are actually at the moment they're at a storage voltage, but that should be fine. Give me a couple minutes. I'm just going to get the receiver set up and everything, and I'll be back. So I do want to say that what leads me to believe that my gearing may not have been an issue, and I say may not, is that it was never labored taking off or anything like that, and I never had any kind of heat issues whatsoever, ESC or motor. But that's not to say that, like, under a braking condition or anything like that with a car that heavy, you're not over amping like momentarily, which could very well be a problem. So I do have my sensor plugged in. You can see my phasing is right. A's to A, B's to B, C's to C. I know everything's kind of twisted up there, but got a brand new FlySky FGR4S receiver. That's going to be needing to be bound here, so bear with me. Let's go through the batteries real quick. This is battery 6. 5600 mAh, 120C. This is a standard 14.8, not a high voltage. Should be resting at a storage voltage right now. That's one. This is a match to that battery. Also a CNHL 5600 standard, not a high voltage for us. 120C, no damage. That's pack 4. Okay, now that we got through that, let's power up the Noble so we can get some binding going on here. I already labeled this receiver in the transmitter as 5BE, so I'm going to go to settings, and let's see here, next page. Bear with me here, guys. Bind with a receiver. No, not yet. Sorry. So, I do have a bucket of water on the floor here in case anything goes wrong. This whole thing's just going to get thrown in it. Should experience a little pop here. Yep. And the switch was in the on position. I did get an 8 cell count. That was good. And it was loud and audible. So let's see if I can get a bind here. Alright, I'm bound. So that's good. Alright. So I'm going to shut this off. Pull my bind plug. Put that there with my 400 other bind plugs. Go back to my normal screen. I'll look for my model. That's it, right there. Alright. So I am on 5BE. I don't know if anybody can see that or not. Hard to say. We're going to power back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was successful. I know I have not calibrated the throttle yet, but I am just going to go ahead and give this a little forward throttle and a little reverse. Alright, I think we're successful. I don't see any smoke or fire or anything like that. I've got my armed beep. Got forward throttle, reverse throttle. I don't like to dry run these motors a whole lot because your braking just makes everything jump around. I have, before I even put any power to this thing, I had it hooked up to Castle Link just to check all the parameters. Everything looked good. I did look at the data log just to see if it had been powered up. I could see that there was power put to it, but it was never ran at all. I will be installing the Castle B-Link so I could keep a better eye on my data logs and maybe be able to change things on the fly. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got on this. I just wanted everybody to see this, and I did want to record it in case something happened. I don't know. I've got a lot of faith in Castle. I have a lot of Castle and Tekin alike. I think this is my 8th Castle system, and I've probably got 10 or so Tekin systems.